Okay, it's time for everybody's favorite game. Will Uber screw us over today? And we all know the answer. It is yes. And I have to say, over the last 2 days, I've noticed a lot. I've noticed a lot that my per mile my per mile money has gone down like severely. And look at how yellow is like incorporated into all that. And to get 275, you need to go down there. All right. To get 275, you need to go way down there. And look at how barely any red there is, like just like right there. And how much yellow is strewn about to where they're going to try to give you the least amount of money possible. You know what I mean? And that's what they do, bro. That's exactly what they do, man. They're so shady, bro. I'm so tired of Uber. Like, it's ridiculous that they do this to their drivers. And I will never take Uber again. If anybody ever near me needs to take an Uber, I will drive them personally for free just because of this. I don't care how far it is. I don't care anything like that. Just so Uber doesn't get the money, I will do it myself. I'm serious, man, because this is ridiculous, bro. This is ridiculous. For reals. Like, it's unsustainable. For a driver, it is unsustainable. And you look right here, now look where I'm at, look where I'm going in. And I guarantee you, I'm not even in the color yet. I guarantee you that I'm not going to be able to get anywhere near that area before it turns off. I guarantee you. And I just turned the app on right now. I literally just turned the app on. It looks like they made the pay bigger. You see the circle where it says today. For some reason, it part of the day it's bigger, and then part of the day it's smaller. I don't know why. There's got to be something with their programming or something like that. And that's real shady. That's real like suspect, because why is it going smaller for? You know what I mean? Why is it literally like to tell you when you're getting, like, is it a mistake from them telling like you that you are getting paid less for each ride, or what? Because I've noticed like a sharp decrease. I'm barely getting like $20 an hour now, when normally I would average 25 at the end of the day, and now I'm only average 20. And on top of that, geez Louise, I can't even. You know what? I'm gonna go right here. This is a quick right turn, and I could be able to get into that red area right over there. I don't even care. Oh, there it goes. Oh, what a coincidence. Oh, what a coincidence. Uber just changed it right now. Oh, what a coincidence. Oh, yeah. As soon as I was going to get to the red area, it changes real quick. Now, let's see what it offers me. It's probably won't even be $1. Oh, now it's red again. 225 next trip. Let's see. Now when I... Ooh. Now, this is what I'm talking about, man. It's 5.4 miles for only $6 something. That doesn't make any sense to me, bro. That doesn't make any sense to me, man. And let's see what the mileage is. Another thing that I'm noticing too.
North 7th Street.
Is that the mileage is off. So it's 3.6 miles to get there. I'm at 1.8 on my trip thing. So I should be there around 5.4. So I should be there at 5.4 miles. And I'm noticing that I'm getting at least 0.3 miles, and at very least on a short trip, it's 0.3 miles extra driving I have to do to get where I need to go by what they're telling me. Okay. So again, remind you, I'm at 5.4 miles to get there. Okay, and I'm gonna stick around. I'm gonna wait until I get this. Only 8 minutes, so we'll do a long video on this one. But I just cannot stand these shady practices that Uber's doing. I really can't. I cannot stand it. It's ridiculous. It's so ridiculous.
In a quarter mile, turn right on North 16th Street.
It shouldn't be legal, man. It shouldn't be legal. It shouldn't, this and that, you know what I mean? We shouldn't have to go through this type of stuff. I shouldn't have to track my mileage to make sure I'm driving the right amount of mileage. Because I've had several people, well, I've had one person at least tell me that, oh, they said you were 5 miles away, but you look like you were way farther than 5 miles. There's no way that you just drove 5 miles to get here, because you
turn
were
right on North
away.
16th Street.
I was like, I know, man. I've been feeling that way too sometimes. You know what I mean? So like the other night, I started checking on my mileage, and I was 0.3 miles or more. I had to drive more to go get the person that I'm getting. And if you think about that, I do about 30 rides a day. So 0.3 miles on the go to and the come from, that's 0.6 per trip times 30. That's over 15 miles, almost 16 miles of extra driving I got to do for free because they're skimming out of the pay. They're skimming out the miles, so you have to go farther to get your job done, and you don't get as much pay. So we're at 2.6 right now for picking them up, and I'm at 2.8. So that's 5.4, right? I don't remember what I said earlier. Did I say 5.4 earlier? I think so. I have to rewatch the video and see what I said earlier. Make sure it's right. But I mean, I'm just doing this to document it. I'm at 2.9 right now on my trip counter. 2.5, that's still 5.4. Okay. Let's see, after I get on the freeway or what have you. Because I'm so tired of this, man. And even if it doesn't do it on every trip, I know it did it on the trips that I looked at earlier. I know for a fact it did. In fact, I didn't make the second video because I forgot, but I did mark it in my head when I got there. I was like, oh yeah, I drove 0.3 miles more than what should have been driven just on the trip to drop them off. And I saw it the same thing on the trip too. You know, and I don't know how, and it would be like, I'm sure it would be a lot of work to prove that they were doing this. You know what I mean? It would be like they'd have to tear apart all the code to their program and find the little bit of code that affects that one thing, you know, and I'm sure it would be so much work. And this is what they're counting on probably. If they are doing this, allegedly, we'll say allegedly, but if they are doing this, then it's going to take a lot to prove it wrong.
In a quarter mile, turn left on East Beardsley Road using the left lane.
It's going to take a lot to prove that it is. You know, you'd have to screen record and record the video of your trip counter because you can't just say it because that's not evidence. That's just you saying this, that, and the other thing. So then they're counting on this. They're counting on you not being able to tear down the code and find the little things they put in their code to screw you over. And then on top of that, they're counting on the fact that you can't
turn left on East Beardsley Road.
Record your screen and record. I mean, I guess you could record the dash screen. That's something you could do, I guess. You could record the dash screen with your phone and then record your trip counter as well. Just reset your trip every time. I can't even reset my trip. I don't even got the little knob to reset it. I don't even know how to reset it. I guess I got to go through the settings. But yeah, so they're counting on that type of thing because you know it's going to be so hard to catch them in that lie that you know, most people won't even think about to do it or be too lazy to do it. And that's what they count on, man. They count on you being too submissive and too busy and in your own life and not worried about whatever whoop-de-whoop, this and that. And you say, oh, what, 0.3 of a mile? That's not much. Again, if I do 30 trips a day and it's done on...
In a quarter mile, turn right on North 7th Street using the right two lanes.
That's 0.6 miles per trip. And then from here to there, because you got to go to them and away from them. So that's 0.6 miles per trip. That's 15 miles per day that you drive extra, if not 16 miles per day. Okay, about like 16.
Turn right on North 7th Street.
But that's extra mileage you're putting on your car without getting paid for it. That's they're charging the client for the mileage. They're charging for how far it is, how long it's going to take, and all this and other thing. There needs to be a standardized set. The people that drive
just
for Uber
ahead,
need to
turn right
push
to
for a
stay on
standardized
North 7th
set
Street.
of like, if I drive X amount of miles, with X amount of time, this is how much I should get.
Turn right to
Because
stay
when
on
it's
North 7th
totally
Street,
random like this,
then turn
it
right.
puts all the control into Uber's hands. It puts every single bit of control into Uber's hands.
Turn right to stay on North 7th Street, then turn left.
Set what they want to charge and this and that and the other thing, and then it doesn't do anybody any good. You know what I mean? Does not do anybody any good. So yeah. So here we are. We're almost there. I'm at 5.2 right now, which it looks like
Just ahead, turn right to stay on North
they
7th
might
Street.
say it on this one. But I'm going to keep track of them, man, because I swear to you, it might not happen on every single one. And you know what I noticed, too, is whenever I screen record, some of the stuff that I'm talking about doesn't happen. Sometimes it does, and it goes through. And it happens the way I say it is because that's what I noticed. But a lot of times when I screen record, all of a sudden, like you saw it turn from yellow to red again, like
turn right
like
to
that,
stay on North
right before I
7th
start to
Street,
go on.
then pick
And
up
right when I
Gabriel
start
on the right.
complaining and this and that other thing. That doesn't happen. When I have the screen recorder off, when I'm not recording, it's totally different. It is totally different. So I'm at 5.4 right now. It says 0 miles to my person, but I'm not to the thing yet. See, now it says it's 0 miles, but by the time I get there,
Pick up Gabriel
it'll
on
be
the
5.5.
right.
So it's 0.1 of a mile extra than what I had it if 5.4 was the thing. So yeah, it's 0.1 of a mile more. All right, guys, have a good day. What's going on, man?